Bam me off kick. I'm on YouTube.
What's up, everyone? So Legal Mindset just dropped a bomb this morning. Johnny Somali just got hit with an 8th charge, and this time it is an additional count of obstruction of business. Now, what is that related to? At this particular moment, we don't know, because what they usually do is they hit him with a new charge just before his new court date, and then at his new court date, he gets explained what happened and why he's being charged with this new crime, and then the cycle continues. He'll get a court date in the next couple months, and then just before the court date, he'll get hit with a 9th charge and a 10th charge, and so on. They're screwing him so bad. They're pretty much mentally draining him by constantly piling on more and more charges. And they're staggering them so it has a longer effect. Instead of hitting him with 8 charges at once, they're just hitting him with a new charge every couple of months, just dragging him along. So today we have a lot to talk about. Yesterday I dropped my video on Johnny Somali totally humiliating himself. He was acting like a total lolcow. I know some of you guys weren't familiar with the term, but this is what it means. Someone that is willing to get milked for content and milked for laughs. Now I have a lot more footage. There's a 7-hour live stream that I was sent, and this one is really crazy because the cops do get called. So I will post that in the next couple days. But back to today's video, how many charges is he facing? How many years is he facing? Well, it turns out now there is 4 obstruction of business counts, there are 2 minor offense acts counts, and there is 2 deepfakes. Once against the Korean YouTuber Youngman, and then Hank was kissing him, and another one against Bong Bong, which for many of you guys, you've been introduced to Bong Bong in yesterday's video. Some of you guys are questioning her behavior, but it's clear that she was there just to exploit Johnny Somali for content. Now, if you feel a certain way about that, that's your choice. I'm not telling you how to feel, but these are the facts. So Johnny Somali is facing quite a few years in prison. The Somali conviction team was able to do these calculations, and this is what he's looking at. Mitigated would mean if he's apologizing, if he's deeply humble, and he does some type of social media statement, apologize to victims. That would be 6 months. That's not going to happen, and I'm going to show you why in a moment. If it would be the default sentencing where there's no aggravating factors and no mitigating factors, it would be 2 years, 6 months. Aggravated, which is definitely what's going on over here, 4 years and 3 months, and then aggravated max is 12 years. Now, how could it get aggravated max is if a victim comes forward and asks for maximum punishment, which is happening. We have confirmation that this is happening, and potentially there's a second victim coming forward. So we don't know in which cases, but that is happening right now. Now, one way that Johnny Somali could really save himself is by being humble and apologizing. But unfortunately for him, he keeps posting nonsense like this. So he says, so let me get this straight. Korean boomers can wave the rising sun flag, call comfort women liars, and it's patriotism. But when I speak, it's terrorism. Well, Johnny, it's pretty simple. You're not allowed to protest in Korea because you are a foreign national. It's very clear that it is illegal for a foreign national to protest in Korea. So yes, they are allowed to express their free speech, but you're not over there because you are a guest in their country. But it gets a lot worse. Here this guy says, there is a way to help you smooth things over with the Korean people. Stop posting everything that is perceived as hurtful. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything. Laugh if you want, but flying on the radar in enemy territory attracts attention. And this is what Johnny had to say. He said, who said I want to smooth things over? They are cockroaches. He is calling the Korean people cockroaches. So with stuff like that, it's going to give you an aggravated sentencing. And if you weren't convinced yet that he's going to prison, there is a Korean lawyer that weighed in a little while back, but this article went under the radar. I didn't see it. Take a look at what he had to say. So it says Johnny Somali faces new charges in South Korea as legal expert warns of possible jail time. Now, this was a little while back, so he's facing even more charges now. And keep that in mind when you hear what the lawyer has to say. So, senior attorney Kim Joo-hyung told Korea Herald that while deportation is likely, Ismail may first be required to serve jail time. Considering the multiple charges and their severity, it's unlikely he will receive a light penalty, Kim explained. South Korean authorities are cracking down on nuisance streamers, with many hoping Ismail's case sets a precedent for stricter regulations. His next court appearance is set for April 9th, and more charges may still emerge. So, many more charges did emerge. Keep in mind, he's saying that he was going to go and do jail time, and this was in April when there was much fewer charges. Now, the possibility of him not going to jail is pretty much slim to none. It's just not going to happen. Even Ramsey himself kind of realizes that, yeah, he's going to do some jail time. Now, there's something else we need to talk about, and I want your opinion on this. The same source that sent me those leaked videos of Bong Bong and the police incident that you're going to see in the next couple days, he also sent me pretty much Johnny Somali's entire legal defense with the deepfake case. So this is evidence that Johnny Somali is going to use to prove that he's innocent in the deepfake case. At least he's going to try to. And I want your opinion on this. Do you guys think it would be beneficial if I show the evidence on a separate video? Because we already know he has it. I have screenshots proving that he has it and he will use this in court. So I don't think it can do much damage. But at the same time, I want to make sure that I do things right. I want to be cautious, and I certainly don't want to help him. So that is something to consider. Now, before we wrap up, I just want to show you a brief clip of the video I'm going to post this week. Basically, Hank and Johnny got assaulted, and Johnny didn't want to call the cops, but Hank, being the complete coward that he is, he ran to daddy government and called the police. Take a look at this.
I'd rather have a smaller community that with me. My community, the pirate gang, we a smaller community, but we are only this is my motherfuckers. I'm not going anywhere. Ban me off, kick. I'm on YouTube. I don't need that case. I think I got YouTube. And shout out to all my YouTube members. Shout out to Wuhan gang.
This aged so badly because he's flexing about being on YouTube. Meanwhile, he can't even post on YouTube anymore because he's too terrified to make any live streams whatsoever. On top of that, his daddy Hank doesn't let him, probably confiscated his phones. So yeah, it's looking really sad for Johnny Somali, but this thing is going to last quite a while longer, so make sure you're subscribed. I have this video that's coming up. I have the video possibly about the evidence. We'll talk about if we do that. And I also have a video on Jack Doherty that's coming up. Trust me, he committed another crime and he thought he was slick. He thought he deleted all the evidence. But unfortunately for him, I screenshotted every single piece of it. So the best way to make sure you're not missing out on any of these updates is to subscribe with the notifications turned on. We are getting so damn close to 100K, and I know it's possible with your help. Thank you in advance, and I'll see you guys on the next one.